Hello and welcome. If you've ever wondered how your favorite apps and websites become so easy to use, or why some are just plain frustrating, today's episode is for you. We're diving deep into the world of UX and UI design. Whether you're a student, a career changer, or just curious about tech, I'll show you step by step how to become a UX UI designer in 2025. We'll cover what the job really is, the skills you need, how to build your portfolio, and what it takes to land your first job. Let's get started. What is UX UI design? Let's start with the basics. UX stands for user experience, and UI stands for user interface. But what does that actually mean? A UX designer is someone who makes apps, websites, and digital products easy and enjoyable to use. They focus on the overall journey, how you move through a product, how you feel while using it, and whether it solves your problem efficiently. Think of UX as the blueprint for a house. It's about structure, flow, and function. A UI designer, on the other hand, is responsible for the look and feel, the colors, buttons, icons, and typography. If UX is the blueprint, UI is the paint, the furniture, the lighting, the things you see and touch. Many companies today look for designers who can do both, create a seamless experience and make it visually appealing. Why UX design matters. Why is UX and UI design so important? In our digital world, first impressions are everything. If a website is confusing or an app is hard to use, people leave. Good design can make or break a product. As smartphones, tablets, and smart devices become central to our lives, companies need designers who can create products that are not just functional, but delightful. That's why UX and UI designers are in such high demand, and the field is growing rapidly. What does a UX and UI designer do? So, what does a typical day look like for a UX and UI designer? Here are the main responsibilities. User research. Interviewing users, sending out surveys, and analyzing data to understand what people need and want. Defining problems. Figuring out what issues users are facing and how a product can solve them. Ideation. Brainstorming solutions, sketching ideas, and collaborating with team members. Wireframing. Creating basic layouts, like blueprints for websites or apps. Prototyping. Building interactive models to test how a product will work. User testing. Watching real users interact with your prototype, gathering feedback, and making improvements. Visual design. Designing the final look, colors, typography, icons, and images. Handoff to developers. Preparing design files and working with developers to bring your vision to life. You'll work closely with product managers, engineers, marketers, and sometimes even customers. Teamwork and communication are key. Skills need to succeed. To become a successful UX and UI designer, you'll need a mix of technical and soft skills. Technical skills: user research and usability testing, wireframing and prototyping, information architecture, visual design principles, color theory, typography, layout, familiarity with design tools, Figma, Sketch, Adobe XD, or similar. Understanding of HTML, CSS basics. Accessibility and inclusive design. Soft skills. Empathy, understanding users' needs and frustrations. Communication, explaining your ideas to teammates and stakeholders. Problem solving, finding creative solutions to design challenges. Collaboration, working with cross-functional teams. Adaptability, learning new tools and keeping up with trends. You don't need to master everything at once. Start with the basics and build your skills over time. Education and learning pathways. Do you need a degree to become a UX UI designer? Not necessarily. Many designers come from backgrounds in graphic design, psychology, computer science, or even completely unrelated fields. What matters most is your skill set and portfolio. Here are some learning paths. Formal degrees. Degrees in design, HCI, psychology, or computer science can help, but aren't mandatory. Online courses and bootcamps. Platforms like Career Foundry, General Assembly, Coursera, and Udemy offer beginner to advanced courses. Bootcamps are intensive and can get you job ready in a few months. Self-study. There are tons of free resources, blogs, YouTube tutorials, podcasts, and design communities. Start by redesigning your favorite app or website to practice. If you're just starting, try a short course or workshop. If you like it, consider investing in a longer bootcamp or degree. Building your portfolio. Here's how to build a strong portfolio. Personal projects. Redesign an existing app, website, or create something new. Case studies. For each project, write a case study explaining the problem, your process, and the solution. Real-world experience. Take on freelance projects, volunteer for nonprofits, or participate in design challenges and hackathons. Show diversity. Include different types of projects, websites, apps, dashboards, or even physical products. Presentation. Use a simple, clean website to showcase your work. Tools like Behance, Dribbble, or your own site work well. Remember, quality over quantity. 3 detailed case studies are better than 10 screenshots. Getting experience without a job. But how do I get experience if no one will hire me without experience? Great question. Freelance. Offer to redesign websites for friends, family, or local businesses. Volunteer. Nonprofits and startups often need design help. Design challenges. Participate in online challenges like daily UI or UX hackathons. Internships. Apply for internships, even unpaid ones, to get your foot in the door. Networking. Attend design meetups, webinars, and conferences. Connect with other designers on LinkedIn and Twitter. Document everything you do and add it to your portfolio. Employers want to see your process and problem-solving skills, not just big brand names. Landing your first job. Now let's talk about getting hired. Tailor your resume. Highlight relevant skills, tools, and projects. Keep it clear and concise. Customize your portfolio. For each application, showcase projects that fit the company's style and needs. Prepare for interviews. Be ready to walk through your portfolio, explain your design decisions, and discuss how you handle feedback. Whiteboard challenges. Some interviews include live design challenges. Practice thinking out loud and explaining your process. Keep learning. Stay updated with new tools, trends, and technologies. The field changes fast. Entry-level UX/UI designers typically start as junior designers or interns, assisting with research, wireframes, and usability testing. With experience, you can move up to lead roles. Career paths and growth. What does the future look like? Junior designer. Assist with research, wireframes, and testing. Mid-level designer. Take ownership of projects, mentor juniors, and work closely with developers. Senior designer. Lead projects, define design strategies, and influence product direction. Specializations. You can focus on interaction design, motion design, UX writing, or even design for emerging tech like AR or VR. Leadership. With experience, move into roles like UX manager, product manager, or creative director. Salaries are strong and grow with experience. In the US, entry-level UX designers earn around $70,000 to $129,000, with senior roles reaching $150,000 or more. Trends and the future of UX/UI design. The world of UX/UI is always evolving. Designers today are working on voice interfaces, smart devices, and even virtual and augmented reality. Accessibility and inclusive design are more important than ever, making sure products work for everyone, including people with disabilities. If you love solving problems, working with people, and being creative, UX/UI design could be the perfect career for you. So, that's your roadmap to becoming a UX/UI designer in 2025. Start learning, build your portfolio, connect with the community, and keep growing. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into tech careers. Thanks for watching.